I don't want to use an example of Hiroshima. I don't want to use an example of Nagasaki. But that was essentially the same thing. That ended that war. This ended that with the war. If we didn't take that out, they'd be fighting right now.
Donald Trump comparing his strikes on Iran to the atomic bombings that ended World War II. Those attacks, of course, killed and maimed hundreds of thousands of people and completely obliterated 2 cities. So with that comparison, Iran's nuclear program must have been destroyed, right?
The document said it could be very severe damage, but they didn't take that. They said it could be limited or it could be very severe. They really didn't know, other than to say it could be limited or it could be very, very severe.
Okay, but the war is done, right? At least for the immediate future?
Can it start again? I guess someday it can. It could maybe start soon.
Despite the uncertainty from Trump, NATO's Secretary General praising the president for his handling of the conflict in the Middle East, with another awkward comparison at the summit.
You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes, then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language to
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while you have to use a certain word.
The pair, of course, referring to this word.
They don't know what the they're doing.
But the now viral moment between Trump and NATO's Secretary General somehow got even more awkward.
The daddy thing, I didn't call him daddy. What I said is that sometimes in Europe, I hear sometimes countries saying, hey Mark, will the US stay with us? And I said, that sounds a little bit like a small child asking his daddy, hey, are you still staying with the family?
He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
Trump says the U.S. will meet with Iranian officials next week about a potential nuclear agreement. But he repeatedly claims that he doesn't believe such a deal is that necessary anymore because he maintains that the American strikes destroyed Iran's nuclear facilities. Brandon Choghri, City News.